Hello everyone. Welcome to Glex KC Korean Culture Zoom event. We'll start the event in a little while. 여러분 안녕하세요. Glex KC 한국 문화 줌 이벤트에 오신 것을 환영합니다. 잠시 후에 행사를 시작하겠습니다.
예! 우후!
그럼 시작할게요. Let's start the GLEX KC Korean Culture Zoom event. This event will be joined by Kika, KC, and GLEX 2020. This time, I am Mary. I am the host for today, and I'm Korean Chatterbox Communication Manager living in the Philippines, and nice to meet you all. 렉스 KC 한국 문화 줌 이벤트를 시작하도록 하겠습니다. 이 행사는 키카, KC, 렉스 2020이 함께합니다. 저는 이번에 사회를 맡은 필리핀에 사는 KC 커뮤니케이션 매니저 메리라고 합니다. 만나서 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다.
네, 반갑습니다.
반갑습니다.
Thank you and greetings to the Kika, KC, and Glex 2020 operators for preparing the Korean Culture Zoom event. Let's hear a brief introduction or activity for each group. First, please introduce Kika. Next, please introduce KC. And lastly, please introduce Glex 2020. 한국 문화 줌 이벤트를 준비해 주신 키카, KC, 렉스 2020 운영진들에게 감사 인사드립니다. 각 그룹에 대한 소개나 활동 사항을 간단히 들어보겠습니다. 먼저 키카 소개 부탁드립니다.
키카 준비되셨어요?
네.
네, 안녕하십니까. Can you hear my voice?
Yes.
Yes. 안녕하세요. 저는 오늘 발표를 2부에서 발표를 하는 한국국제문화보호협회 한승훈 팀장입니다. 이번 프로그램 nice to meet you and 만나서 반갑습니다. 그리고 저희 한국국제문화보호협회는 세계 각국의 서로 문화 교류를 중심으로 하는 일을 하고 있고요. 뭐 예를 들자면 외국과의 어떤 문화 교류, 그리고 필리핀 같은 경우에 메리씨 사시는 필리핀에서는 저희가 뭐 댄스 페스티벌을 올해 일로일로시와 또 개최를 한 적도 있고, 또 해외 각국의 학생들과 서로 상호 방문이나 교류, 또 이런 한국 문화, 한국어를 널리 알리고 또 보급, 그리고 또 반대로 외국 문화도 여기 한국에 소개하고 하고 있습니다. 저희에 대한 설명은 제가 채팅방에 다시 한번 올리겠지만 저희 홈페이지에 제가 지금 입력한 홈페이지를 가시면 저희 영어 버전 그리고 중국어 버전이 있으니까 간단하게 보시면 아마 저희가 어떤 일을 하는지 알 수 있을 것 같습니다. 이렇게 인터넷을 통해서지만 또 저희 키카 한국국제문화우회를 설명할 수 있게 되어서 대단히 반갑고 영광입니다. 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다. 한성훈님.
네.
다음으로 KC 소개 부탁드립니다.
저희 KC 소개해드리기 전에 그 키카 그 첫 글자들이 영어로 어떻게 되는지 여쭤보겠습니다.
네, KIC 이렇게 코리아 인터내셔널 컬처 어소시에이션의 약자입니다.
네. 자, 그 홈페이지를 가면 영어하고 또 다른 언어로도 되어 있나요? 한국어, 영어?
한국어, 영어, 중국어 이렇게 3개 버전으로 보실 수가 있습니다.
아, 중국어까지요? 네, 잘 알겠습니다. 거기서 지금 한승훈 팀장님 무슨 일 하시는지 제가 여쭤봐도 돼요?
저는 그러니까 지금 여기에서 주로 담당하고 있는 게 오늘 같은 그러니까 한국어 배우고 싶어하는 한국 문화 배우고 싶어하는 분들에게 뭐 소개를 할 때 외국어, 뭐 영어나 뭐 중국어 쪽으로 이제 담당을 하고 있고 그 외에도 앞서 말씀드렸지만 저희가 이제 한국 문화를 널리 좀 알리고 싶은 그런 저희 부사장님의 뜻에 또 따라 저희 모임의 뜻에 따라 지금 계획적으로 진행 중인데 코로나가 조금씩 이제 풀리고 있는 상황에서 진짜 아직 확정은 되진 않았지만 메리시가 좀 풀릴 때는 저희 진짜 세종학당을 좀 설립하고자 하는 생각을 갖고 이제 또 진행 중입니다. 그 이외에도 지금 댄스 페스티벌이라든지 또 한국어 말하기 대회 그리고 각종 한국 내에서 또 외국인 유학생을 또 대상으로 하는 일들도 하고 있습니다. 또 구체적인 일들은 너무 조금 약간 많아서 이게 뭐 하는 일들은 상세하게 좀 많아서 저희 아까 전에 제가 올려드린 홈페이지 들어가셔서 저희 유튜브에 있는 동영상 활동 내용 같은 게 다 있으니까 어떤 것들을 하는지 아마 보시면 이해가 좀 더 빠를 것 같습니다.
네. So guys, visit their homepage website. It's in the chat. So Mary just shared to everyone about their homepage, right? You can go there. There's 3 languages: Korean, English, Chinese. So watch the video, read all the related article, what you're interested in, so you're gonna know more about it. So what is KC? KC는 Korean Chatterbox, Korean Chatterbox. 한국어 수다쟁이라는 뜻이고요. 저희는 so we are teaching and helping, studying, learning Korean language with Korean teachers, non-Korean foreign trainers, and with all the global organizers and global learners. So we are basically have fun. It's not necessarily study. We're just interacting. We work together to promote our brand. So we are just having fun. So we are going to share 1 card and then 1 video. So you know what's Korean Chatterbox. What is Korean Chatterbox? Okay? Mia? 네. 오. 볼까요? 이렇게 저희 한국어 수다쟁이, you guys can follow our pages there. So YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, some of our social media, we don't do much, but we owned it. And then 1 Facebook page and then 3 Facebook groups and Kakao group chat and then Hi Local, we have cafe. Okay, all right. So 그러면 비디오 볼게요. We're gonna watch the video. So it was last minute request. We didn't have anything like that. So I just asked Mia, can you make 1 video, please? So she just made it like, for 30 minutes. So it was our last minute promotional item. Not bad, huh? So it's gonna get better. That's what we do. If you have any question, just message me or Mary, okay? So we're gonna have fun together with Korea. 자, 네, 소개 끝났습니다.
네, 감사합니다. 영상은 너무 예뻐요. 네. 마지막으로 네,
잠깐만요.
아, 네.
미아한테 고맙다는 말 해주자. 우리
네.
미아가 영상 만들었어요. For the last minute request. 미아 고마워. 네.
네, 감사합니다.
네, 그리고 마지막으로 플렉스 2020 소개 부탁드립니다.
네, 안녕하세요, 여러분. 저는 인도에서 살고 있는 산치다라고 합니다. Hello, everyone. This is Sanchita from India, and I would like to introduce GLEX 2020 in short. So, GLEX 2020 is a global language exchange community established in July 2020, and our purpose is to connect language learners to native speakers and content creators. Ranala and I are polyglots, and we speak 4 to 5 languages each. And we have online classes for Korean, Japanese, Chinese, English, and many other languages. So if you're interested in studying languages with us, please connect on our social media. I will send the link in our chat box. So make sure to message us and let's study together. 네, 감사합니다.
네, 감사합니다, 산지다님. 네. Thank you for sharing good information about Kika, Casey, and Flex 2020. Kika, Korean Chatterbox, Flex 2020에 대한 좋은 정보 공유해 주셔서 감사드립니다. So this time, let's have the presentation time. The first presentation is about King Sejong, the versatile leader. Welcome, Park Kevin-님 from Kika.
Hello, 안녕하세요. 반갑습니다.
네.
안녕하세요.
This is Kevin from Korea. So, can you see the flag at the back? What is the name?
네.
What country? What country? Yes.
필리핀.
Because I really miss Philippines since I spent 20 years, 2 decades in the city Iloilo in the Philippines. So that's why, I always dreaming of going back to the Iloilo city. So anyway, I'm very thankful and then privileged to, present about one of the greatest kings in Korean history, King Sejong. As you know, he's really great because he invented Korean alphabet system, Hangul. So, but he did a lot of things aside from that. So I'm very glad to share my knowledge and also my experience. Before we started, I like to sing a song. It's okay? Am I allowed to sing? Possible?
Yes, of course.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh,
Last
yeah.
time also I sang a sing, right? So about the spring. Yeah, so also I just prepare one song about spring, sung by a very famous Korean singer. Maybe most of you are not really familiar with the singer, very old singer, Park In-hee. Who knows the singer? Park In-hee, one of my favorite singers. Yes, he was very active, I think, between 1960s and 70s. Okay, I hope you enjoy it. So just wait. Okay, the title of the song is "The Road Spring is Coming Through." 봄이 오는 길. Okay, I'll use screen sharing. 산달릴랑, just wait. 잠깐만요. Okay. So if you know the song, let's sing along. Okay, sing together.
산 너머 좁은 터널길에 봄이 찾아온다네. 둘러보고야
논밭에도 온다네 나나 나나나나
바지랑이
일행이
속삭이는
속삭이는
봄이 찾아온다네 어차피 찾아오실
근데 잠깐만 이거 나
공손님이기에
이거 리릭 있는 걸로 골랐는데 잘못 띄운 이게 리릭이 없네. 잠깐만.
가사 있으면 더 좋겠어요. 저도 가사 찾아서
네, 아니
채팅창에 한번 올려볼게요.
아니 제가 아까 가사 있는 걸로 했는데 아 여기 있다. 아이고 잘못했네 내가. 네 죄송합니다. 잠깐만요. 다시 올릴게요. 죄송합니다. 산 넘어 좁은 오솔길에 봄이 찾아온다네
들러머 고향 논밭에도 온다네
라라라라라
바지랑이 속삭이네 봄이 찾아온다고 어차피 찾아오실 공손님이기에 꽃게 단장하고 웃음이 덤비려네 하얀 새옷 입고 분홍신 갈아 신고 산 넘어 좁은 오솔길에 봄이 찾아온다네 들러머 고향 논밭에도 온다네 산 넘어 좁은 오솔길에
봄이 찾아온다네
들러머 고향
논밭에도
온다네
나나나나 꽃게
단장하고 웃음이 덤비려네 하얀 새옷 입고 분홍신 갈아 신고 산 넘어 좁은 오솔길에 봄이 찾아온다네 들러머 고향 논밭에도 온다네 들러머 고향 논밭에도 온다네
Okay, thank you for your patience. Okay. Nobody complain. Okay, thank you so much.
That's good.
Yes, I really enjoy singing, even though I'm not really good singer. Yes, okay. Today we will talk about King Sejong. So I'm sure that all of you quite familiar with the king who invented Korean alphabet system, right? Okay, I'll just explain more about him. Okay, just read. Okay. Who remember who joined the Zoom meeting last time? The first presentation about King Sejong. Do you remember what was the title of this presentation about King Sejong? Who remember it? Okay, can you type?
Was
Can you
it
type? What can you say it? Last time. What is the title of this presentation about King Sejong?
Was it a great leader? The great leader, King Sejong?
Yes, King Sejong the Great, or King of Love.
Oh,
Yes, King of Love, because he was a leader. He's full of love, right? It was more focused on love, right? But this time, I like to tell you about more about his abilities. That's why I set a title like a multi-talented leader. Okay, what can come to your mind when you hear multi-talented leader? Very able person, right? and then very competent or very knowledgeable. Yeah, right, that's true. He was a very knowledgeable person. Okay. Today, I like to tell you how he acquired all the knowledge, and then why he was very particular about acquiring all the knowledges. You know, just think about the king, right? Actually, king has everything, right? Power and money, even girls. Some Korean kings has 3,000궁녀, 몇 명이요? 3,000궁녀? 3,000 wives. They don't need to study. They don't need to learn anything, right? Because everything, they possess everything, right? But why King Sejong really want to be knowledgeable person and then multi-talented person? Why? Just think about it. Okay, I'll just post my PPT. Okay.
Teacher.
Can you see it? PPT?
Yeah.
Okay, multi-talented leader, King Sejong the Great. Okay. Can you read all together? With education, the quote, education is the most powerful weapon. Actually, I don't know why, you know, who is the leader just beside King Sejong? Who is the black guy?
Nelson Mandela.
Yes, right. He's also one of the greatest leaders from South Africa. So maybe some of you know he's an activist, president, so revolutionist, right? So actually he was also very knowledgeable person, was very respected the leader by the people. So why the leaders should be multi-talented and then knowledgeable? We have to think about it. Yes. So multi-talented leaders usually have a lot of knowledge about, you know, science and then economy, politics, even welfare, literary, and then music, even art. You know, who knows a nickname of King Sejong? His nickname, one of the nickname. What is his nickname? Yes, one of, actually there will be some, you know, nicknames, but one of them is most well known is bookworm. Bookworm. What is a bookworm in Korean? Yes, non-Koreans answer. Who has the answer? The bookworm in Korean language. Okay, let me ask one participant who is advanced in Korean. How about Sanchita? What is a bookworm in Korean language? Can you answer?
아니요, 몰라요.
몰라요? 누가 아세요? How about Tina? 몰라요? It's okay. I will teach you. bookworm은
알아요.
알아요. 뭐예요?
Sorry for the pronunciation might be wrong.
It's okay, try it.
청송화?
청송화? Bookworm. Those who really love reading, we call bookworm, right?
네, 맞아요.
In Korean으로 뭐라고 해요? 한국말로 in Korean.
I only know of this word like 청송화.
Really?
I think the pronunciation might be wrong.
Can you type it in the chat? Because I don't get
Yes,
Please
yes,
type
let
it.
me type. Let me type.
Yeah. So we know what.
한번 써보세요.
Kevin Sam.
썼어요?
Kevin Sam, can you
Yeah.
please do that slideshow? Like the slides can be bigger.
동서왕.
더 썼어요? 아, 동성왕. 아, 이런 말도 있어요?
독서왕.
독서왕.
아, 독서왕. 아, 맞아,
아,
맞아. 독서왕이라고 해요. 예, it can be 독서왕.
독서왕.
한국말로는 이렇게 독서왕. 예, 맞아요.
음.
독서왕이라고도 하고, there's another term we call. 이거 한번 읽어보세요. 그러면은 누가 지금 얘기했어요? Who wrote it? Who wrote? 누구예요?
내할.
아, 그럼 이거 읽어보세요.
They, you call my name.
Yeah, can you read it? The
Okay.
word I wrote.
책 발제?
Yes.
책
책
발제?
벌레였어. 책 벌레. 책 벌레. 책 벌레라고 해요. 예, 책 벌레.
책 발제.
Yes.
죄송합니다. for the
예, 괜찮아요. 예. 아무튼 킹 세종은 책벌레였어요. 책을 되게 좋아했어요. He really loved reading. You know, it's really amazing. You know, king has everything. Why he really, you know, keen about the reading books, right? So, you know, when it comes to leaders, we usually think about, you know, the leader, you know, that made their country very rich, you know, developed economically, or, you know, the occupy so many countries, just like King Alexander, right? Or Napoleon, right? Why they become great leaders? Because they occupy or conquer so many, you know, the countries, and, you know. But King Sejong considered to be a great leader, but he really focused on reading books since he was very young. That's why, you know, when he invented Korean alphabet system, Hangul, he almost lost his eyesight. Yes, because he never stopped reading even for a moment. Yes. So last time, as I mentioned, you know, in the last presentation, King Sejong's influence on Korean history is so huge that it's almost impossible to imagine the Korean culture without him. And then his ruling period from 1418 to 1450, almost 32 years. Yes, 32 years. So during that time, we call it golden age. Golden age. That's full of cultural and intellectual achievement. And he placed great emphasis on scholarship and education. Yes, education is very important. That's why I just put the quote, education is the most powerful weapon. Do you know why? I believe it can also, we can use to change the world. In another word, we can change the world through education. We have to educate ourselves. You know why so many things happen around the world. You know, poverty, natural, you know, disasters, COVID-19. Why? We are not really educated. We don't know what's happening in the world. So we have to know, you know, what we should do for the world and then for the environment. That's why education is very, very important. So he promoted cultural and economic and scientific research. Yes. And then as an administrator, King Sejong introduced many progressive ideas and implemented reforms to improve the life of common people. For example, in terms of drought and flood, he established a relief program and opened centers to provide food and shelter. And for farmers, he reinstated a loan system. Yes, as I told you last time, he really loved people, especially common people, poor people. those who are suffering. You know, some leaders these days, they are not really concerned about common people. They are not really concerned about the poor people. They're only concerned about their friends, right? Influential friends. You know, in Korea, just a few weeks ago, we had a presidential election, and also another election is coming. All the candidates, all the politicians, you know, they really concerned about the common people. What do you think? Maybe some, but some are not really, right? Why things happen in Ukraine, right? I don't say I hate Putin, but why it happened? If leaders are very wise and then, you know, smart, why didn't they stop the war? So many, you know, the civilians and the innocent people, you know, dying and the blooding, right? Lost their house and then their families, right? That's why it's very important. The leader's role is very important. So King Sejong sponsors many new development in the area of science, philosophy, music, and linguistics.
Kevin Sam, we are not able to see your presentation.
What?
We are not able to see your presentation.
Okay. I will just post it. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, sorry. 이거 저기 이제 그 발명품 보여줄게 몇 개만. 발명품, his inventions. He was also scientist. I just showed you just some inventions. invention을 뭐라고 하냐면 한번 읽어보세요. 발명품. 자, can you read it? 발명품. 네. 이따가 시험 볼 거예요. 내가 지금 질문한 거 시험. I will give you a test later. Okay. 자, 이거 발명품인데, 네, 이제 보여줄게요. 몇 개만. inventions. 이거 이제 이게 뭐예요? 해시계. 이거 해시계고, 이건 추구기. 추구기가 이제 이게 뭐냐면 water, rain, gauge. This is instrument for the measuring how much rain, you know, comes to the ground. 이거는 혼천이라고 하는데 이거 뭔지 모르겠어요. celestial globe라고 하는데 아무튼 이게 scientific, yeah, a lot of scientific inventions. Yes. So King Sejong was a very knowledgeable person about all the fields. So, you know, not only linguistic, science, even art, literature. So I already mentioned it, how he acquired all the knowledges. Yes, by reading. Yes. So why reading is very important? Reading can change the world. The reading can enable us all far more understand the world and then empathetic people. And reading can help us learn about others' struggle. And reading can help us broaden our horizon. So let's review one quote that I introduced in the last presentation. Just okay. The blank of his people was absolutely one of his #1 concern during his reign. Okay, who can answer one word starting with H? Can you write it?
history,
Okay, history. Okay, good try. Anything else?
Happiness. Rose put happiness.
Oh, wow. Bingo, great. Yes. Happiness. Yes, go. Okay, can you read all together? The happiness of his people was
was absolutely
absolutely One
Number one concerns
concern
during his reign.
during
During
his
his reign.
reign. Yes, 감사합니다. So all of you happy now?
네.
네, 우리가 행복해요. 우리가 이렇게 정말 행복하게 우리가 한글을 공부하고 또 여러분들이 한국에 대해서 관심을 갖게 돼서 이렇게 만난 것도 어떻게 보면은 세종대왕의 역할이 컸습니다. So why we get to know each other? Why? Yeah, how come? We are all, you know, we far from each other, right? Some from Africa, some from America, right? You know, without King Sejong, you know, we are not able to have this opportunity, right? Am I right? So we have
Yes,
to be
absolutely.
very, you know, thankful for him. So he played a, you know, great role for our relationship. And also, as you know, practice Korean, you know, reading and speaking. Actually, reading system is quite simple. You can master read the Korean alphabet, how to read and to read, you know, even, you know, 1 week. So King Sejong said, even less educated people, they can master, you know, how to read and then how to write within 1 week. You agree? So we have to be very thankful for King Sejong. You know, he was, you know, he's a person of good heart for the people. That's why he always concerned about the common people, and then he tried his best to make the, you know, the people very happy. You know, also very peaceful life. That's why, you know, I describe him as a very empathetic leader. Are you familiar with the term empathetic? Okay. Joe is here. Joe from Australia. Are you here?
Hi, I'm here. Yes.
Okay. What comes to your mind? The word empathetic.
Someone who cares for the well-being of someone else.
Are you an empathetic person?
I hope so.
Right. I think so. Yeah, I believe so. So empathetic people have, you know, ability to share on other people's feelings or emotions as if they were, you know, their own. And then they also deeply understand what someone feels. You know, that's why I like to describe King Sejong as a very empathetic, you know, people. That's why since he was very young, he tried to, you know, accumulate knowledge about all the fields. So later on, he just applied all his knowledge and then experience to improve the lives of common people. You know, leaders are very important. Leaders play an important role because leader can say yes to initiate war, right? Leaders can make the world peaceful, right? That's why, you know, I like to tell all the world leaders, you know, they should be very empathetic, and then they should educate themselves. They should know what's going on in the world. So 세종대왕은 그 자기가 가지고 있는 지식이나 그런 학문들을 자기 자신을 위해서 사용한 게 아니라 그 정말 어려운 서민들, 백성들을 위해서 자기의 한 평생을 바친 위대한 리더입니다. King Sejong contributed to the development of the people's life. Yes, that's why he is considered to be one of the greatest leaders in Korean history. 그래서 한글을 단순히 창제한 것만으로 존경받는 게 아니라 그가 일반 백성들을 위해서 노력하고 했던 부분들이 우리는 그런 부분들이 있어서 그의 업적을 더 크게 생각을 했으면 좋겠습니다. So okay, so I'm given only 30 minutes. So last I will give you exam. Exam. Who like exam?
Maybe.
Who is sleeping? Who is sleeping? Okay. So 자, 여러분들이 오늘 이제 이걸 했으니까 기본적으로 몇 개만 I will teach you some Korean words, yeah, which is very worth knowing. 잠깐만요. 조금 이제 어려운 것도 있는데, 오케이. 자, 여기 있다. 오케이. 이거 보여요? Can you see it?
네.
Okay. Okay, first question. Okay, I'll just read it. Just pick one letter. Okay. What is the bookworm? Wait. What is the bookworm in Korean? A. 책거미. B. 책돼지. C. 책벌레. D. 책고양이. What is the correct letter?
C.
Okay. Letter C. 책벌레. 이게 표시를 할게요. 이건 내가 얘기를 안 했구나. What is the polymath in Korean? Polymath. Are you familiar with polymath? Yes. Somebody who has a lot of knowledge, right? 이거 알려줄게요. A는 박혁거세, B 박장대소, C 박수치자, D 박학다식. 몇 번이에요? Can you make a guess? 이거 좀 어려운데. 자, 이것은 D예요, D. Can you repeat after me? 박학다식.
박학다식.
오케이, 박학다식. 이게 킹 세종은 키 세종 있어. Man of polymath. Because he has a lot of knowledge, right? 이런 사람들을 우리는 박학다식이라고 해요. Okay, next question. His ruling period. Okay, A. 1940 to 1970. 1418 to 1450. 400 to 450. And then BC 400 450. What is the correct letter?
D.
몇 번이에요?
B.
Okay, B. Okay, almost. 몇 년이에요? How many years?
32.
Okay, almost 32 years. 이것도 얘기를 안 해줬구나, 내가. What is education in Korean? Education, 한국말로 뭐라고 해요? What is education in Korean? Letter A, 교사. Letter B, 교육. Letter C, 고기. Letter D, 고민.
B.
뭐예요? C, 고기. 고기가
B.
뭐예요?
D.
고기 있습니다.
아니요.
Letter B, right? 교육. 교육이 이제 education is very important here. So since you are parents, you have to, provide your children very good education, right? 그다음에 이것도 얘기를 안 했네. What is the name of a rain gauge? The instrument for the measuring the rain from the sky. 자, 한번 make a guess 해봐요. Make a guess.
A.
자, letter A. Don't say. Shoot. 조용. Don't say anything. 자, letter A. 추구기. letter B. 자전거. letter C. 체중계. letter D. 혈압기. 자, what is the correct answer?
A.
추구기. 한번 읽어보세요. Repeat after me. 추구기.
축구기.
네, 추구기.
치구기.
Yes. one of the greatest invention from of King Sejong is 추구기. 자, 여기까지 이제 하고 우리 지난번에 또 그 아까 해피니스에 대한 quote 우리가 읽었죠. 오늘은 I will introduce another quote from King Sejong. 이거 다 같이 읽고 오늘 이제 끝낼게요. So after we just read another quote from King Sejong and then I'll just wrap it up. Okay? I hope you really enjoyed it. Actually, I feel a little bit dizzy because I drank some alcohol because I was too nervous to sing. 그래서 좀 긴장돼가지고 좀 알코올을 좀 너무 많이 마셨네. 막 아우 좀 어지러워. Sorry about it. Yes. 자,
Great.
이거,
Keep drinking.
Yeah.
No, it's enough. I already drank half bottle of soju. 날씨가 더우니까 더 빨리 취하는 것 같아요. Since it's hot, yes, I get easily, drunk. Yeah, okay. 자, 아무튼 우리 다 같이 한번 읽어볼까요? One of his quotes. Okay, let's read all together. Okay, let's start. If the people prosper, how can
the
the
king not prosper with
So may
them?
the king
And if
prosper
the
without
people
them.
if
do
the
not
people
prosper,
do not prosper,
may the
may
king
the
prosper without
prosper
them.
king
without them.
Without them.
Okay, thank you so much. 감사합니다.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Thank you so much. Okay,
예.
I love.
수고하셨습니다.
감사합니다.
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 선생님.
Thank you so much.
감사합니다, 선생님.
Thank you for that wonderful presentation. It was a good time to learn about King Sejong. 박혜빈님 멋진 발표 감사드립니다. 세종 태왕에 대한 배울 수 있는 좋은 시간이었습니다. 다음은 키카의 한승훈님 문화와 역사 관영어 발표가 있겠습니다. 여러분 한승훈님을
네,
환영해 주세요.
네, 감사합니다. 네, 안녕하세요. Hi everyone. Did you see my
Hello.
voice? Did you hear my voice?
Yes.
네.
네.
네, 저는 nice to meet you. I'm Han Sung-hoon, a team leader of Korea International Association, KIKA. Even through June, I'm so glad to see you. I guess you are interested in Korean and Korean culture, but I have one question. 한국어 공부하기 쉬우세요, 어려우세요? But is it easy to learn Korean? Personally, I think it is difficult to learn Korean because its grammar and pronunciation are unfamiliar compared to English and other languages. But I also think it will be more interesting and remember for a long time if you look at where Korean word comes from. So today, I would like to introduce some words or idioms that are derived from Korean history and culture. I hope that this opportunity will make learning Korean easier and more fun for you. And my face is ugly, so I will show you a presentation document from now. In a minute. Can you see the document, PPT?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this picture is Gwanghwamun in Seoul. Yeah, it's the main gate. And next, today we will learn the Korean culture and Hangul. And this word, 10 words, is 오늘의 단어, today's word. And I don't know how many words do you know, but from today I will teach you the first 난장판 to the rest, so that if time is not enough, I will finish 8 or 9 words. So let's start. Yeah, first word is 난장판. 난장판. Did you hear that the word? 난장판. It is a code in a math or math in English. It means that a place where a lot of the people chatter or get tangled up. So let's look at the first picture. Yeah. For example, spectators jumped in and the stadium was a mess. In Korea, we say 관중이 뛰어들어. Spectators is 관중 and jumped in. 뛰어들어. Stadium, 경기장은 was a mess. 난장판이 되었다. So we say in 난장판. Or the house is in a mess. 집안이 난장판이다. Because I haven't tidying up. 정리를 하지 않아서 집안이 난장판이다. This word, 난장판, is originally derived from the state examination of Joseon Dynasty. Look at the second picture is that we say in 과거 or 과거 시험 is a state examination. When the exam sit is means that spread the mat. You can see that the yellow or yeah, it's a mat. It's not leisure for each test taker, so they try to get a good seat by going on the first sub basis. At the time, the test takers were entangled and made a lot of noise, so the word 난장판 was born. Okay? Yeah. Then the next word is 개판 5분 전. Did you hear that the word? It's a little slang. So if you use there is a quotient. It's a word similar to 난장판. Korean often used as a slang term. 개판 5분 전. Probably most of Koreans and foreigners think of 개판. 개 is a dog, but it's not true. But in fact, it is presumed that the term 개판 is originated during the Korean War from 1950 to 1953, war between North and South Korea after 5 years from liberation under Japan's control. Yeah, at that time, when distributing free rice to refugees, a supplier shouted, 개판 5분 전. Look at that, the second picture. The woman now shout 5분 전. And 개판 is open to curry. It means 개판. It was so noisy as there are a lot of people waiting in line to get food. It is said that the term came out while noisy and tangled with each other. So you can use this term instead of 난장판, but it's a slang term, so please use with caution. Can you understand? So I say a sample intent. 모두가 우왕좌왕하니 말 그대로 개판 5분 전이었다. Yeah, in English, it was literally a mess as everyone went this way and that. Yeah, the next word I teach. Yeah, 이판사판. Did you hear that the word 이판사판? of 이판사판. Before we study two words, there are pronunciation 판. So we look at another word is 이판사판. 이판사판 means that it has reached a death and unavoidable, or it's a case of kill or cure. Originally, this word was a combination of two types of monks. 이판승. You look at that, the first picture, the 이판승. Yeah, a monk who practicing meditation. And second, 합판승, second picture, a monk who works as a handyman. Yeah, physical work, works a physical work. So this word 이판사판 is coined during the Joseon dynasty. Unlike the previous Goryeo dynasty, in the Joseon dynasty, Buddhists were suppressed instead of laboring Confucianism, Yugo, and the status of monks was greatly reduced. So it was derived that if you become a monk, our Koreans, it means that it's an end. So now we Koreans use is 이판사판, means at a dead and unavoidable. So we say the example sentences. 나도 이제 이판사판이니 맘대로 해라. Can you repeat? 나도 이제
나도 이제
맘대로 해라. I'm at the dead end, so do whatever you want. If we Korean usually use it, so please you practice and use it. And next word, in the next word. Yeah, 막장. Did you hear that the word 막장 or 막장 drama in Korean? Did you see? Yeah, 막장. 막장 drama. It refers to a drama that situations are difficult to occur in reality or with provocative scenes. So this 막장 is used less simply in the sense of at the dead end, like 이판사판. However, originally, the meaning of 막장 is that a dead end in a mine or quarry. Since it is a poor surroundings with nowhere to go, Koreans use it like a 막장 drama. The origin, that means the 막장 is, look at third picture. It's really 막장. Yeah, the dead end of the quarry and end of the quarry. And 막장 drama, I see the two pictures is a famous Korean scenes. The first, you can see a man, a laser beam from eyes. Yeah, it's a lady in drama. And second, is so famous in the 막장 drama scene. That is we say kimchi 싸대기. Kimchi is a food. Maybe you know this. And the 싸대기 is a slab of face, not use of hand, by use of kimchi. Now through a kimchi in the man's face. So these two things are a kind of 막장 drama. Can you understand? As we say 막장 in a sample sample sentence. 내 친구는 술만 마시면 막장 인생이라며 한탄을 한다. My friend or Ramen that his life is crazy. Crazy is now is saying in 막장 when he drinks. Yeah, and the next is 흥청망청. Did you hear that the word 흥청망청? 흥청망청. I explain. The appearance of spending money or things recklessly. Koreans you say 흥청망청. So we now with the example sentences. 흥청망청 놀다. Or 돈을 흥청망청 쓰다. Spend money like word. It's the same in English and Korean. The origin of 흥청망청 is that coined during the reign of 연산군. First cabin teacher, he teaches Sejong. He is a great king, but 연산군 is so notorious in our Korean history, who for a tyrant in Korean. He stayed away from politics and addicted to alcohol and women. At this time, about 3,000 beautiful women who can sing or dance well were selected and brought to a palace. Look at the second picture. Then, so in front of that is a Yeonsan-gun, so Yeonsan King Yeonsan, and next, so many women are we say 흥청. Yeonsan-gun is now I select the first picture. It's a movie 왕의 남자. 왕의 남자 is in English the royal jester. Yeah, like this picture, Yeonsan-gun held a luxurious feast every day with this 흥청, and eventually he was expelled from the king. Therefore, the phrase 흥청 ruined the country. We say, Korean say, 흥청이 나라를 망쳤다. Or 흥청 becomes 망청. 흥 is a rise up, and 망 is king. So it is now called, we say, 흥청망청. Yeah. So let's say we see the second sample sentence. 힘들게 번 돈을 흥청망청 쓰면 안 된다. In English, don't spend your hard-earned money in vain. In vain means 흥청망청. Yeah, okay. Can you understand?
Yes.
I don't know is it interesting or not. But let's
아마
see.
대부분의 학생들이 영어가 있어서 잘 이해를 하고 있을 거예요.
Yeah. So
네.
now we next now we learn the next word. 아양 떨다 or 아양 부리다. 아양 떨다, that means the act of attracting attention with cute actions or words. It originally started with to tremble on ayam. Ayam is look at that, the first picture, that is the ayam. It's a kind of woman's forecast. So you can see the second picture, that's a woman in, now see, yeah, woman in the ayam. And there is a long cloth on the cap. Yeah, look at see the first picture. So it is called ayam dream. Long cloth under the cap, long cloth, yeah. So if you walk or shake your body while wearing the ayam dream also shake along with you. So at the time, it was right from attracting the attention of the people around. So we now Koreans use it the word especially in woman, or we use in man. Look at that the example sentences. 여자친구가 아양을 부렸다. My girlfriend was flirting. Yeah, so we now using like this. 예, 그리고 다음 단어 배워볼게요. The next word is 시치미를 떼다. 시치미. It's 시치미 떼다 means that to pretend I didn't do it or pretend not to know, but I know. Yeah. It is derived from a balcony or talking. Yeah, see the first picture of falconer and a falcon with 시치미. 시치미 it means that the white, yeah. The falconry has been famous in Korean since ancient times, and it was especially popular during the Goryeo dynasty from 10 AD to 4 to prevent others from killing the carefully nurtured falcon, or in order not to change each other. People put a shichimi, a kind of identification tag on the tail feathers of the falcon. So the shichimi is, you can see the first picture, there's a white one. At the time, this praise was coined as more and more people who coveted others' falcon took off, removed the shichimi, and claimed that it was his own falcon. 이건 내 독수리다. He occurred. So from now we use that the 시치미를 떼다. So look at that also example sentence. 너가 한 걸 보았으니 I saw what you did. 시치미 떼지 말아라. So don't lie down, or don't play down. Or 그는 자기 잘못이 없다고 시치미를 뗀다. He pretends that it is not his fault. Yeah, we Korean use like so many times, so please use study and then I use. Then next word. Yeah, it's a 함흥차사. 함흥차사 is also concerned in our Korean history. 함흥차사, that word means that a situation in which the person who went on an errand does not return or rarely heard of him or it. So a lost messenger or no news or never to return. Yeah, this word 함흥차사 is derived from 이성계. 이성계 is King Taejo, the founder of Joseon dynasty. Yeah, look at the second picture. I don't know you visited in Jeonju in Korean before, but you can see his portrait in Jeonju in Gyeonggi-jeon. Yeah. His fifth son, Lee Bang-won, rose up in rebellion 2 times, and he killed several of King Taejo's servants and sons. Finally, he became the 3rd king, Taejong. So 이성계, King Taejo, was so angry and left the palace, then went to his hometown, Hamhung. Hamhung is located in North Korea, so I can't go now. So King Taejong, son of King Taejo, apologized to his father, King Taejo, and wanted to get the royal seal back. So he sent messengers we say in 차사, several times to bring his father. However, King Taejo always shot and killed them with an arrow or imprisoned them. Also, King Taejo, he was a famous bowman, and before he became a king, he was a famous general. As a result, there was no news of these messengers, and the word 함흥차사 was coined. So now Koreans use this word like this. Look at that sample sentences. 올 때가 지났는데, the time to come has passed. 아직도 함흥차사다, but there is no news. Or 걔는 미국에 갔더니 he has gone to America and 함흥차사야, never to return. So we repeat the one sentence. 올 때가 지났는데 아직도 함흥차사다. Okay? Yeah. And we left 2 words. And ninth word is 을씨년스럽다. Did you hear of that? 을씨년스럽다. When the weather or atmosphere is very gloomy and lonely, like the second picture, Koreans say 을씨년스럽다. For example, look at the example sentences. The 새벽바람은 a downwind, 한층 을씨년스럽다, is so gloomy. Yeah. This word comes from Korean's painful history. In November 1905, we say in a sexagenary cycle, 을사년, Korean Empire, that is another name of Joseon Dynasty, signed Ulsa Treaty from Japan-Korea Treaty, is another name, with Japan. And after Korea lost his diplomatic life and own sovereignty. So look at the first picture, then I explain that the left 5 servants is our Korean Joseon Dynasty servants who helped the Japanese. And the middle, he is the King Gojong. At the time, he was the king in Joseon Dynasty. And the right third man is the Japanese. And he smiled because we 5 Korean servants who helped the Japanese. Now he signed the treaty, but it's not unfair. And one of them, he shoot the black. He's the Japanese soldier and threat to our Korean king, King Gojong. So he saw now. Originally, the treaty sign is treaty. The king signed, but he can't, and instead of him, so our 5 servants now sign. Yeah. So after that, our Korean people were angry and sad. So if Korean feel lonely, gloomy, or cluttered, we say 을사년스럽다. 을사년 is at the time the name of year. We say a sexagenary cycle. But gradually over time, the pronunciation has changed from 을사년스럽다 to 을씨년스럽다 and used as it is now. Yeah. So I teach another sample sentence. My poor living is a little better in Korea. 을씨년스럽던 살림살이가 좀 나아졌다. So yeah, that is the origin of 을씨년스럽다. And left just one word is 노다지. Yes, 노다지 is also concerned in our Korean history. An American missionary, Horace Tom Allen. He's the first picture. He's an American who escaped Minyoungyi, who was the nephew of Empress Myeongsong. Myeongsong Empress is the fourth picture. She's the wife of King Gojong. So King Gojong handed over Ulsan gold mining rights to Allen as a token of gratitude. At the time, the Ulsan mine was a large scale that accounted for a quarter of Korean Empire gold production. Ulsan, the Ulsan gold mining now is also located in North Korea, so I can't go there. And also, it's so famous in North Korea because of there are so many gold mines. And after that, Allen and American officials who became the owner of that gold mine shouted "no touch," just no touch, to Korean workers when they tried to take the gold. At the time, Korean workers misunderstand that the gold, called no touch in English. This pronunciation of no touch, we Koreans misunderstand it and change 노다지. 노다지 is saying so similar in pronunciation, so similar in no touch, 노다지. So as Korean now use it. So 노다지, it means an easy way or things to earn a lot of money, or a lucrative thing or places, or just one word, bonanza. So look at that one example sentence. 이 땅이 바로 노다지 땅이야. This land is a bonanza. We Koreans say so usually so this I don't know, you know this, this word, 10 words, but from today I also hope you practice these words and use it. I don't have a quiz, so it's I finished this study. Thank you so much.
감사합니다.
감사합니다.
네,
하셨습니다.
감사합니다. 너무너무 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Thank you for your informative and interesting presentation. 한승현님의 역긴하고 흥미로운 발표 감사드립니다.
네.
여러분, 질문이나 함께 나누고 싶은 이야기 있나요? Everyone, do you have any questions?
네, 있어요. 질문 있어요.
네.
안녕하세요, 선생님.
네, 안녕하세요.
자인합니다. 싱가포르 사람이에요. 질문 있어요. No touch,
네?
no dodgy. 혹시 복권 단어 비슷해요?
It's 조금 little different, but
여러분, 복권 means lottery.
yeah. 복권 is lottery, and 노다지 is just it means saying in an easy way to earn or lucrative thing. That's 조금 비슷한데 좀 복권은 is just a word, and 노다지 it means just easy way, so easy way to earn.
So lottery is a notaji, is one of the ways.
That's right. 방법입니다.
감사합니다.
Way. So the way to easy. So to earn to easy. So, an easy way to earn a lot of money. 그래서 방법에 대한 거라서 복권학은 조금 a little different. 그러니까 방법입니다. Easy way. easy way to earn. Yeah, and just one word is bonanza. I think the second the bonanza, and 제가 그리고 이 오늘 강의한 거를 제가 나중에 그 한번 잠시만요. 나중에 제가 강의한 거를 그 홈페이지 글렉스나 저희 KC를 통해서 제가 보내드릴 테니까 그걸 한번 보시면 아마 이해가 좀 더 되실 겁니다. 네.
감사합니다.
네, thank you.